That he's the only person I heard talking about it this year.
Brett Whitehead.
Well, that's right.
Did you watch any of the Stanley Cup?
What's that?
I guess you didn't.
Is it over now? Did Chicago win?
They won the Stanley Cup, so why don't we make a phone call up to Chicago here real quick?
Oh.
Talk to my buddy Bill. And, by the way, good morning. It's Mark in the Morning, live on the air.
Good morning.
My buddy Bill Matascella, straight from the south side of Chicago, Illinois this morning, ladies and gentlemen, live on the Mark in the Morning show. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Mark.
Daniel is here. Say hi to Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Hey, how are you?
Well, for the shape I'm in good shape.
You you and Daniel you'd get along real good with each other. Daniel's a great guy, and you'd enjoy his company just like I do. So.
Okay.
Have to brag on Daniel a little bit there.
We'll have to hang out soon.
Did you go to the parade yesterday? Congratulations to the Chicago Blackhawks, 2015 Stanley Cup champions.
Well, the parade is actually today.
Oh, it is today.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're from the future.
Right. Actually, the Cubs have won the World Series this year already here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Well, there is a bit of a delay here, I suppose.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and place your bets early.
Are you going to the parade today?
No, I almost had to work it. They deployed several people from our unit to go do crowd control and,
Just to remind all the listeners that Bill Matascella is a Chicago cop, by the way.
Well, after a fashion, I suppose.
Been one for how many years?
It'll be 29 years this year.
How long have you...
Working in evidence and recovered property the last 18, so that's more like being a stock boy with a gun most of the time. So
There you go.
Right on.
the parade's today, 10 o'clock.
Congratulations. Three Stanley Cups in the last, 5 years?
6 years, 3 out of 6, yes.
Wow.
There you go.
They're doing something right.
Yeah. Quite unlike my favorite baseball team, the White Sox. They do everything wrong lately.
They suck. By the way, I sent you a message on Facebook. You should come over to the winning side. The Cubs, they brought this new guy up from the minors, and he played awesome last night, by the way.
Yeah, the Cubs are definitely the winning side.
Well,
shut up, Daniel.
I detect a little sarcasm there. The thing is I'm not a Cub fan and never have been, but I tell you this. They're doing it the right way, and they've got all these prospects coming up, a good farm system, and that's the way to do it. The White Sox have nothing in the farm system, and so therefore their future looks bleak right now. They bring up guys and they hit about 240.
There you go. Did you watch any of the NBA Finals?
Well, just bits and pieces of it, and most people I talked to said that they would root for Cleveland, because Cleveland had never won anything before, but because of LeBron, they didn't want to root for him.
There you go.
Love-hate.
Yeah.
But he's the reason they got there, I think.
Yeah, but they sustained so many injuries, it was really just a one-man show, it seemed like.
Yep.
Besides Tiemann, or however you pronounce his last name, retiring, which, by the way, congratulations to him, 40 years old in his first Stanley Cup championship, and now he's retiring from hockey.
Yeah.
You see them coming back and winning this again next year?
Well, it's not too hard to see that, because they're going to keep most of their guys. There's a couple of guys that they're going to lose because of salary cap issues, I think, but they're such a deep team, the Hawks. That's the main thing. I mean, Mark, you look at that finals. I think it's almost as if the top two lines of the Tampa Bay and the Hawks canceled each other out almost, but the Hawks would get production from the third and fourth lines. It's like if the big guys have a night off, the Hawks will get it from somewhere else. They seem to get exactly what they need when they need it, and they're just an amazingly deep and talented team. And I tell you, I could see them winning it again next year.
What do you think happened to Tampa Bay? Because they were the firehouse team for a while, and everybody thought they're going to win the Stanley Cup, and then they kind of fell apart there at the end.
Their ice all melted.
I mean, I think the games were close, but it seems like the Hawks have that edge and experience, and again, the depth. But Tampa Bay is quite a good young team, and what amazed me, Mark, and I put this up on Facebook, is that these hockey players, I mean, like I say, Ben Bishop played with a torn groin. Another guy, I think Johnson or some guy on Tampa Bay had a broken wrist. The guy in the Hawks, Johnny Oduya, had some kind of major injury. It's just baseball players wouldn't play with those kind of injuries.
Oh no, they're wusses.
But these guys are amazingly tough. I mean,
by the way, speaking of Facebook, I saw a picture of Johnny Oduya without his shirt on, and that guy is ripped.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's got He's got a 8-pack. He doesn't have a 6-pack abs. He's got 8-pack abs. I'll show you later, Daniel. Don't get excited over there.
It's a lot of abs.
You know, I tell my wife I've got those 6-pack abs, but it's just hidden underneath some.
You keep it under the cooling blanket?
Yeah, I suppose, or just well, I don't have, let's just say I don't have a stomach here. It's just a low chest.
Well, there you go. 8 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock, it's Mark in the Morning here on the Whoop Radio Show. And Bill Mataskella, one of my best friends in the whole world. I've known him for, gosh, how many, we say 35 years or so? I don't know.
Well, at least, I'd say about 28 years or so. 1987 or so we met.
You heard the news out of Charleston, South Carolina from last night?
In passing, I just heard the shooting. I don't know any of the details, Mark. It just sounds like a terrible situation.
White guy goes into a black church and kills 9 people, bottom line. Sad.
Well,
Yep.
It's
And he's
really,
on the loose right now. They're looking for him.
It's really horrible.
man, I'm gonna have to look that up because I just heard someone make mention of it. And I just didn't know the details of it, but that's truly awful.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world, Bill? Why is this stuff happening?
Well, like I say, we live in a fallen world, and I think stuff's going to get better before it gets worse. I'm sorry, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm sorry, it's just.
Well, it's early. Go ahead.
I really do think it's people drift away from God. It's just, anything goes. Do whatever you please, and
Yeah.
this is what we're reaping. We're reaping what we sow, I suppose, in that regard. But.
Here's one thing I thought of this morning coming. I was listening to Fox News on the satellite radio in my car, and immediately I'm thinking this. When they catch this guy, I'd find me about 3 witnesses from the church. I'd line them up. I'd put this guy in front. I'd say, is this the guy that did it? Yes. Is this the guy that did it? Yeah. Is this? Yes. When all 3 of them said yes, I'd just end it for him right then and there. Why go through years and years of court trials and millions of dollars? Well, it's just my theory. I don't know.
Well, I suppose then of course, maybe a week later, I don't think that was the guy, they could say.
Well,
Yeah.
You've got a point there.
Oh, here he is over here. Do this one then, too.
Whoops.
That happens after years and years of court stuff, too, though. They make mistakes, too, so
Yep.
you come to find out the guy, they had the wrong guy, it's just, either way, it's just a terrible thing, and
I know you got to go to work in a little bit, and I'm not going to let you go. I'd be remiss to hang up the phone without asking you, how's my little buddy Mark doing?
well, Mark's doing good, and he's just finished up his first year of high school, and I have to say that I've seen some real improvements in his social skills and just his tolerance of things. We took him to his first ball games this year, and for a kid with autism to be in a crowd of 30,000 people at a ball game and not freak out in some way, it's just amazing testament to how far he's come.
Yeah.
That's great.
By the 8th inning, he asked for a little break, and believe me, as a White Sox fan, after watching that team after 8 innings, I needed a break too. So,
Bill made a comment on Facebook that Mark was playing Angry Birds on his iPad, and I responded and said, if you forced me to go watch the White Sox, I'd play Angry Birds on my iPad too.
yeah, they have that. You seem to lose interest the way they play this year. So, but it's just a great thing to bring him out to a game, and he's like I say, he's been happy, and it's still a handful. Sometimes it's it's like having a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old toddler at times, and other times he just amazes you with what he does and how smart he is. But like I said, we've said Mark can attest to this. You just from where he's come from.
Oh gosh,
Comparing
yeah.
him only to himself, I says that he's come a long way, and
So it was his birthday, what, day before yesterday?
yeah, that was it was Monday actually.
I called him up, Daniel, and I sang happy birthday to him. Now, little Mark, without getting into a lot of detail, if he doesn't like something, it's done. It's over, right,
Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah, pretty much. If he's not in the mood to talk or something,
Yeah.
he'll let you know.
So he gets on the phone. He says, hey, Big Mark. I said, hey, little Mark, I want to sing a song for you. And I sang happy birthday to you. I get to the very end. He goes, bye.
Hey, at least he waited.
I know. That's
That-
what I told Bill and Val.
That, again, is a testament that his tolerance is increasing.
Bill, I love you to death. Like I said, I know you got to get to work. Go up there and patrol the city of Chicago and Mayor Emanuel. And Rahm or what. Hey, by the way, what do you think about Donald Trump announcing he's running for president?
Well, I mean, some of the stuff he says makes a lot of sense, but then another person got on the radio and says, "Oh, he's going to be all about himself if he's as a president. So he's going to do what's good for Donald Trump." So
Yep.
I don't know. It's kind of either you love him or you hate him. But some of these people that are running, he can't be no worse.
You know what's going to be the most fun about this is to listen to him. I hope he makes it through until they get to the debates,
Oh, yeah.
because that is going to be hilarious.
Oh man, imagine him and Hillary in a debate.
Oh, man. I love you to death. Have a good day, and go. Hey, did you see in the Korean newspaper, they said congratulations to the Chicago Bears on the 2015 Stanley Cup championship.
Well, see if the Bears can't win a Super Bowl, they can win the Stanley Cup.
Amen.
There you go. Bill Matascala, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day, Bill.
All right, Mark, Daniel, have a good one. Nice
Hey.
talking to you guys.
We'll
See you,
talk to
Bill.
you later. My one of my best friends in the whole wide world from Chicago, Illinois, right there, wanted to get his take on the Stanley Cup championship. And now I presume Bishop Bullitt will be calling in any second.
I suspect so.